fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today to finish the kit up of my next diamond painting. It is a round, as you can see, and this is a kit that I got from Pam Diamond Painting. So I wanted to try it out. I was looking for a round. This isn't on my want series or anything like that, but this one is not in a box. It's just kind of been floating around my office. So I decided to just do this one first. Maybe I'll get caught up in my want series. My goal is to do a lot more diamond painting this month. I have been getting behind and I really have plenty of time. There's no reason I'm behind schedule other than I just need to get my rear in gear. So this is what I'm going to try and do. If you saw the unboxing video of my cute little purple round butterfly bottle storage, that is what I am using. I kitted up a little bit of it in that video. I kitted up all the ABs. So now I'm going to kit up the rest of them. I've got all the drills laid out in order, although I should have started at the back because that was what I was doing. Let me do that real quick. Okay, I'm going to start at the back because I'm going to continue around. So what's on the outside, that is the last AB here. Continue on the outside, and then I'll work my way to the middle, and then hopefully the middle will be number one. We'll see how that ends up. I think I have 5 extra bottles left. Is that right? No, I have 4, I think. I think I have 4. So we'll see where that gets me as far as kitting up and everything goes. And just because I seem to be doing double duty videos this week, so I did my unboxing and part of a kit up in the first one. This one is going to be the rest of the kit up, but I'm also going to be sharing with you my March goals update, because I didn't get that done yet. And then I think after that is the stash video. But today, kitting up and talking about how I did in March. Let's get started. All right, so let me put stickers on first. That's what I need to do. How did I do in March? Let's just get the goals stuff out of the way. And then if I have time, I'll talk about all the other craziness that is my life at the moment. So diamond painting goals. What are my diamond painting goals? Oh, also I'm going to be using my Bella Art funnel because why not? That is so much easier. See how much easier that is? Then I can just dump them all in there and I don't have to worry about it. Okay, diamond painting goals. If you haven't seen my diamond painting goals video, go check those out. I set goals for myself every year. I think this is my 3rd year of doing it. So also, speaking of, I think I passed my 3-year anniversary on YouTube, so that's exciting. Okay, diamond painting goals. The first one is my diamond painting hours. If you've been with me from the beginning, you know that one of the things that I have wanted to do was achieve quote unquote mastery in diamond painting. And there's that old adage that if you practice something for 10,000 hours, you become a master at it. Now, I've had other people say that that's not necessarily true. That's what I've been doing to set my goals, so I'm just going to stick with that. So my goal is 10,000 hours to see how long it takes me to get there. But for now, I'm setting a goal of 1,000 hours a year because that seems to be achievable. I did set more than that one year, but I did not make it. And I just think even 1,000 hours may be pushing it for me this year. We'll see what happens, but so 1,000 hours. So how many hours did I achieve in March? I think I figured up if I want to make the 1,000 hours, I need 80 some hours every month. Did I make that? No, I did not. For the month of March, I got 61 hours and 0 minutes. So 61 hours exactly. I don't know how I worked that out. No, that is completely wrong. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, hold on. I keep everything in a pile, and I was actually looking at February. Not looking at February, I'm looking at March. How many hours did I get done in March? In March, I got 57 hours and 6 minutes, which is not great when I need the 84, but March was kind of crazy, so I'm going to call that good. So if you add my 5706 to my, whoa, you guys, that's crazy. Clearly, I was not paying attention to what I was doing. Let me pick up all my stragglers here. Okay, well, it wouldn't be a kit up without a spill from me, right? So there was my spill for the day. Okay, so back to my diamond painting goals. I'm looking off to the side at a sheet. That's why I'm getting confused. So 57 hours and 6 minutes for March. I had 115 hours and 13 minutes previously. So that puts me at a current total of 172 hours and 19 minutes. Does that mean I'm behind? Yes, it does, but that's where I'm at. My second goal for 2024 was to have 35 finishes. I normally strive for more than that, but because I'm doing a lot of large canvases this year, I decided to bump that down by quite a bit. So my goal is only 35. I finished a whopping 2 things. I finished my Bubble Fairies, which is a Diamond Art Club Randall Spangler kit. It turned out super cute. It was one of my oldest kits. So that one is done. And then because I didn't even know at the time if I was going to finish Bubble Fairies and I wanted to have something finished, I also went through and found a small budget company kit and I finished that one as well. So those are my 2 finishes. Previously, I had 5 finishes, so I add 2 to that. So I'm at 7 finishes so far for the year, which I didn't figure that up, but is probably pretty on par for what I need to do. Or maybe I'm behind there as well. Who knows? I didn't even look at that part of it, but I'm at 7 finishes so far for the year. My want series, which was basically me going through and picking out 12 kits, 1 for each month that I absolutely wanted to get to. I didn't do any of those this month. And the reason for that is I was trying really hard to make some progress on my Josephine wall as well as finish the Bubble Fairies. I managed to finish Bubble Fairies, like I said, and I did make some progress on the Josephine wall, but not nearly as much as I wanted to. But I didn't even touch any of my Want Series kits. So for that one, I'm still sitting at 2. So I definitely, for April, may need to try and do 2 of them. Oops, these are jumping out everywhere. Come on. I'm trying to pour them nicely. I know this is probably not all going to fit in one bottle, so... Okay, let me just put the overflow there, because I knew they wouldn't all fit in one. Okay, so then I guess I'll start there, and then helps if I take off the lid. I swear, you guys, my brain some days is a scary place. Okay, so I think that's what, one of my 4 extra bottles that I had left. So I'll need to put a sticker on that. So that's one of my 4 extra bottles. Okay. So let me grab some more of these and put stickers on. All right, so for my Want series, like I said, behind, I'll have to see if I can get caught up on that. The problem with the finishes and everything else is that I just don't have a ton of small kits left. Most of my kits that are left are 40 by 50 or larger, so it just takes time, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but when you're trying to produce content for YouTube, sometimes it's like, did I really want to do this one? Because it's going to take me so much time to finish, but I really want to get them done. And also some of them I want to get done before we leave, because if I'm going to gift them or give them away to somebody, then I want to get them finished. Okay, I think that's enough of me putting stickers on. Throw that away just to make that a little bit smaller. All right, where's 32? Here we go. So Want series, I'm sitting at 2. I'm behind, have to try and get caught up. For the next goal, which is my budget, where did I end up? You guys, I'm over budget. I have been since January, and I guess it's just going to stay that way. So I didn't intend to buy a whole bunch of things in March, and I didn't actually buy a whole lot. I only bought 4 kits, but $233.12 is what I spent. Now, 2 of those were the kits that my husband bought me, those surprise ones from Oraloa that he picked out without me knowing what they were, which again was not something that I had planned on doing. It just I got a wild hair one day and thought it would be a good video, and it was. It was interesting. I love what he picked. Can't wait to get him done. But anyway, so $233.12 on 4 kits, which means I'm currently, of my $2,400 budget, I have $1,729.91 left, which is still a pretty hefty budget considering that a lot of that was going to go for Black Friday. I'm reconsidering that as well. You guys, I'm so wishy-washy about some of this stuff. I don't know if I want to increase my stash, if I want to decrease my stash. The point was to increase it. That was one of my goals. The point was to increase it this year in preparation for our move to Canada. I think just because the pile keeps getting ever larger, that I keep looking at it and thinking, ooh, did I make a mistake in doing it this way? Because the pile just seems to get ever larger, which is a little scary. And also, I think part of it too is I am not finishing as many kits, so the pile isn't going down as much or as quickly as it normally would. So I don't know. I don't know what the state of the stash is currently. So keep your eye out for that video. Maybe by the time I film that video, I will have some idea or have made a decision on what I'm doing. I think, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, watch that video and maybe I'll have made a decision by then. So that's where I'm at. My budget was I wanted to spend $150 a month. So I'm already into May's budget allocation with what I've spent so far this year, which is, again, fine, not a big deal. But is this another one where I need more than one bottle? Ooh, maybe I can get them all in one. Can I? I had some stragglers, but I think I have room for all of them. Okay. Alrighty. That's a pretty color. I like that one. Okay, so there's that one. Yeah, so over budget. Definitely have increased my stash, but I'm not sure where I'm going yet. My next goal was my 5 oldest kits. What are my 5 oldest kits? Well, one of them was Bubble Fairies, so I managed to finish one of those, so yay me. I am currently working on Universe in a Jar, which is also one of the 5, so that's a whip. And then I also have the Josephine Wall is one of the 5 oldest, so I'm working on that one as well. It is a round, so people may think I'm kind of crazy because I'm doing another round here, but the Josephine Wall is just so confetti heavy that it's kind of crazy. Also, side note, have you guys seen I don't remember the name of the artist. It's a female artist over on Dreamer Designs. Her art style is very, very similar to Josephine Wall. I may get a couple of hers before we head across the border. All right, let's see what I've got here. 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18. Okay, 17, I might need an extra one on. So of my 5 oldest, I have one of them done. So I feel like that's a win. Once I get Universe in a Jar finished, that'll be 2 of those. And then I will have, because the Josephine Wall is one, I will continually be working on that. So that's 1 done. So I guess that makes up for not having one of my Want series, because the 5 oldest ones are all kind of big. Of the 5, 3 of them are square, which means, of course, that they take longer. So I'll call that a win. Okay, then my last goal was to increase my stash, again, in preparation for the move to Canada, because I don't know how easily, or I will still have access to diamond paintings, but they will be more expensive buying them from Canada. I may have options to get around that, but for now, assuming that we will be purchasing everything from Canada in Canadian dollars, there's import fees and taxes and things to consider that I don't have to think about here, living here in the States. So the goal was to increase my stash to mitigate some of that. So did I increase my stash? I did 2 diamond paintings, like I said. I finished my bubble fairies and the butterfly. So both of those are finishes. So that's -2 out of my stash. And I actually bought 4. That puts me at +2. Oh, these are not all going to fit in there. Darn. I think I have, after this, if I use 2 bottles, I think I have 1 left. All right, let me just put these in here. I've got 1 more color that I think is going to take 2 bottles. And then if there's more than that, I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do. All right, so there's that one. And there's the overflow. Okay. Stash, I finished 2, but I bought 4. So -2 plus 4 is +2. So I add 2 to my stash, which means I increased it, so that's good. Something I've been thinking about, because we've tentatively said that we're going to move this summer, at the end of this summer, that instead of waiting until Black Friday to purchase a bunch of kits, I might buy some prior to that, because I don't know what my buying situation will look like on Black Friday. I may not be able to buy a bunch of kits like I normally would, but I don't know for sure what our situation is going to be, and so I'm kind of hesitant to pull the trigger on that and spend that money until we know what's going on. Also, we're still waiting for my husband to talk to the financial advisors and find out what's going on with his possible retirement and stuff like that. That will make a difference in our financial decisions as well. So I may just wait until all of that has been kind of hammered out until I decide what I'm going to do. These are just kind of jumping all over the place today. I don't know if it's me. Okay, so I now have 2 full circles in my round kit here, my round bottle storage. So that seems fun. Okay, and then number 17 is the color I have left that I think is going to take more than 1 bottle, which will be my last spare. So we'll see how this goes for me. Hopefully everything else will fit into just 1. They're just kind of jumping everywhere today for me. So definitely going to take more than 1 bottle, because that one is pretty much completely full. Pick up the stragglers here. At least I remembered to take the lid off this time. So that's where I'm at for my diamond painting goals. I did increase my stash, not by much, but I did increase it, so that counts. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet with everything else. That's just, I think, going to be kind of how life goes for me for the next 4 or 5 months until we figure out what we're doing. Lots of new things going on, lots of unknowns, lots of stuff for us to do. I am making a concerted effort to spend some time going through all of our old, well, not old, but just going through our possessions and figuring out what can go, what we definitely want to take with us, what we can donate, what we just need to throw away. We did actually find out this week that usually our city has citywide garage sales in June, the beginning of June. So everybody can do their spring cleaning, get rid of their old junk, that kind of thing, in a garage sale. And then the day after the garage sales, they have usually a citywide garbage pickup. So people who put furniture or large items or whatever that you'd have to haul off to the dump that didn't sell in your garage sale, the city would pick it up and take it to the dump for you. They're not doing that this year, and I was kind of bummed about it. But then we found out that the reason they're not doing it this year is because the people who do our trash service are offering a dumpster, reserve a dumpster for free. So basically, it's first come, first serve, and I don't know how many they have. I have to go to the website and sign up, but you basically go in, sign up, and reserve this dumpster. I think you get at least a week. You might get more than that. I don't know that yet either. But you reserve the dumpster, and then the trash company will bring it, drop it off at your address, and leave it sit in the street, because we noticed that one of our neighbors has already taken advantage of this. And then once you get it done, get it filled up, or your time runs out, whichever, then they will come pick it up and you don't have to make a trip to the dump, which sounds amazing. I don't know that we're going to have a whole bunch of trash to throw away, but I'm sure we're going to have some. And so just knowing that we can do that and it's free, so it's not going to cost us anything, that's amazing. All right, so I'm going to have one extra bottle left, maybe, because here's all my stickers and I still have one bottle left. So let's see where I end up with. Okay, so we talked about all of my goals. Dumpster, I'm going to be moving hopefully soon. Yeah, still waiting on all those dominoes. And of course, stuff gets added to the pile. I had talked about in my last whip and chat about staying on schedule, and several of you mentioned using either a decision wheel or some other sort of thing to keep myself on track. I am going to be doing something like that. I haven't decided if I'm going to use the decision wheel. I think what I'm going to do is split it up, because what I had originally decided to do was I had seen somebody talking about the index card method, and basically it's an organizational method where you just get some plain index cards, and as things come to you that you need to do, you write them down, and you can group them by color of card. If you get different colored cards, you can group them by what they're related to, like if you're doing cleaning or whatever. Anyway, I've got things related to stuff that we need to do for my daughter. I've got things related to stuff that we need to do for us financially before the move, but then we also have just lots of things, when you move, things like changing your address, moving all your mail, letting everybody know your bills and all of those people, anything that we're going to continue, letting them know what our new address is going to be. We're going to need to close bank accounts, put the house up for sale. Once the house sells, there are things that we need to get done, shutting off the utilities, things like that, getting all of our relevant, like I was talking to my husband, I have copies of all of our relevant documentation, but trying to figure out, what do we do with that? Do we carry it with us while we're moving? Do we send it on ahead via courier so that it's there? We've talked about asking his mother if it was okay if we ordered some items, like for instance, we're not going to be taking our mattresses with us. Our mattresses are old enough. I'm like, let's just buy new ones when we get up there. We don't know what we're going to be going into anyway, so let's just do that. Having it stored at his mom's until we can get up there, because we don't know what our living situation is going to be yet. So we'll see. All right, maybe the yellow is going to take more than one bottle. I've got one extra one left, so let's see where we end up. Anyway, so just lots of things. So I was going to use the index card method, but for somebody mentioned that maybe I didn't, like if I was going to use the decision wheel, maybe I didn't want to get stuck doing two really time intensive tasks on the same day or whatever, however I decide to do it. So I think that maybe what I end up doing is kind of splitting it up into the index cards, maybe the things that I know are going to take some time. Like, for instance, my daughter is still driving a car that is in my husband and I's name, just because that was a car she drove when she lived with us, and we just have never gotten it changed. But that's going to entail us going down to the courthouse and going through the DMV and doing all of that. So that's kind of a time-intensive one. Plus, I have to have my daughter with me, so I have to do it on a day that she's not working. Also, I don't even know if I'm on it. Maybe I need to look at our title and see if my husband has to do that, because in that case, that makes it even a little bit more complicated, because we can only do it on the days that he's not working, which are Fridays, which also makes it more complicated because you can only do things until a certain time on Fridays at the DMV, because of course you can. Okay, so this yellow one is going to take more than one. So let's hope the last two fit in one bottle. I'm going to have one bag of colors that's going to have to go in the little pouch at the top, and I don't want to do that if I don't have to. I am liking, though, this kind of round system here. Definitely need to label the ones that don't have a label on them currently, just so I don't get confused. Ooh, this one is kind of full. Let's see how this one does. Am I going to get them all in there? I'm just going to keep pouring. I can't see the top. Oh yeah, okay. Even though some of them jumped out. And I'm pretty sure the number one, all of the drills will fit in one last thing here. Okay. I don't know why they're flying out so much today. I've never had that problem before. On the upside, I did not have a ton of static, so I'm not going to complain. Okay, you guys, there we go. I've got them all in this cute little round butterfly 60 bottle case here. I've got them all in here. They start here, or you can start here, and then they just kind of, let's see, no, they go this way. No, they go this way. Why did I do that? Oh, I thought I was going clockwise, but it actually ends up going counterclockwise. Gosh, that's so funny. I thought I was putting them in there clockwise, but they're actually going counterclockwise. Anyway, I'm just going to leave them like that. I do, like I said, need to still label the ones that are empty because I'm going to get confused if I pull this one out of here, for instance. Is that a 32 or is it a 33? Yes, I can just look at the colors, but I get confused when I'm diamond painting, so anything that helps me not make a mistake is what I'm going to do, so I will label those. So there is my kit up for my Pam diamond painting. It's called Foxy Love. Hopefully I remembered to throw a picture of it up on the screen for you guys. I will stick a link to it down below so you can check it out. Updated you all on my diamond painting goals. Basically, I'm pretty much behind on everything, but it's all good. That's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.